Hi all you sexy people, welcome to the Cobra Pit. Today I'm reviewing GTA 5. So let's start off with talking about the story. There are three characters. Franklin, the street hustler from CGF. He has a friend called Lamar, who was just the dumbest GTA character in the existence of GTA characters. And when a car repo job goes to shit, we meet Michael, the second protagonist, a retired bank robber who has a wife called Amanda. She is a living incarnation of a Karen. His son, James, and Tracy, who is just every blonde, self-absorbed bimbo ever. Things go down where after Franklin steals Jimmy's car and Michael puts a gun to his head, beats the shit out of his boss and makes him lose his job. They naturally become good friends. But things really go to shit once Amanda fucks her tennis coach, and Michael pulls what he thinks is the coach's house off a hill, but it is in fact Martin Madrasso's house, a dangerous man. Very dangerous. And thus, they commit a jewelry store heist that ultimately ends up leading to Trevor, the third protagonist, and Michael's ex-best friend, who thought he was dead. There is some serious bromance between those two, by the way. But he was not dead. In fact, Michael was living under an alias in Los Santos, and so Trevor goes to find him. And Trevor is like an incestuous cannibal, creepy motherfucker who keeps human soup in the fridge and kills another main character, Johnny from The Lost and the Damned. He has friends, Wade and Ron, who were just kind of there. After wiping out the entire Lost gang, he goes to LS. What follows is the world's most boring take your friend to work day and underwhelming submarine. This is the only part of the game I do hate. This is GTA. I just want to kill things. Once Trevor and Michael reunite, things really heat up. A kidnap and torture mission where you get to pull out a foreigner's teeth with pliers. Yeah, that doesn't go down all that well, does it? At least not as well as the teeth in his balls was to drop when they were smashed in with that wrench. All this leads up to a war with the FIB, because that's what they call the FBI, and other agencies. Meanwhile, Lester, a genius hacker, he helps you pull off these heists. He has a plan. The great one. The Union Depository. What the game is all about. This heist is the main objective, and the game has 3 endings. So choose wisely. There are also missions called Strangers and Freaks. Yeah, Strangers and Freaks sounds about right. These include things like getting so high you start shooting invisible aliens and clowns, helping crackhead Tonya with her stupid fucking tow truck. I won't attack the goddamn car to the goddamn back, and it is very infuriating. Also running, just running, I guess. I mean, it's like a triathlon thing. Not really Strangers and Freaks. There is one for Marianne that is a running thing though, so I'm counting it. And anyone in the comments that says otherwise, you don't know what you're talking about. There is a secret mission, set of missions I should say, where Michael gets to join a cult, and Trevor can deliver randomers to that cult by kidnapping them, as well as doing drug running activities as a part of Trevor Phillips Industries. I give the story absolute 10 out of 10. Now we're going to go on to the gameplay. This is a story mode gameplay. I'll talk about online next. There are many guns and boom booms to use. My favourite is attaching a sticky bomb to a moving vehicle and getting it to ragdoll and roll, attempting to light up pedestrians like it's November 5th, 1605. And if you enjoy fireworks, your best bet is probably using the firework launcher. There are many melee weapons including antique cavalry dagger, baseball bat, a broken bottle, a crowbar, golf club, hammer, hatchet, and many more. Of course, you can always just punch and kick, although the fighting for that, it's not great. My favourite melee weapon is the hammer, as you can just sneak up behind a random civilian and poosh. There are some interesting pistols, including a heavy pistol, an AP pistol, combat pistol, but my favourite is a revolver. There are only 6 shotguns in the story mode though. Assault shotgun, ball pump, heavy, pump action. You've got your classic sawed-off shotgun. But the most interesting in this category has to be an 1800s musket. Sure, it takes like 10 seconds to reload, but it's pretty damn cool that they would have that in the game. Then you have submachine guns, assault rifles, snipers, etc. I'm not going to go into all because GTA 6 will have released by the time I'm finished. I'm kidding, of course. GTA 6 is never releasing, is it? Heavy weapons are the most fun and involve things like the aforementioned firework launcher, grenade launcher, homing launcher, a minigun, which it's a lie, it's very big, and the railgun, which is insane. Also an RPG. As for throwing weapons, if you take Chop for a walk as Franklin, you can throw a ball at people. There is also basic gas grenades, jerry cans, petrol bombs, or as Americans call them, Molotov cocktails, proximity mines, sticky bombs, and tear gas. You can purchase properties in the game and invest in the stock market, which is an interesting way to either gain or, let's face it, lose your money. These properties have special missions attached to them, at least some of them do, including the taxi company, which, by the way, one of the added bonuses of that is that Franklin gets rides for free. For vehicles, there are 348 separate controllable vehicles. Along the controllable vehicles, there are 36 uncontrollable trains and trailers, as well as completely unused things in the game, like vehicles. 3 special vehicles, one specific to each main character. My personal favourite out of those is Michael's car. Cars are basically used for getting from point A to point C, because you completely missed point B after getting rammed off the road by some bus wanker. Customization in this game is awesome. Different characters have different options. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, but for example, Franklin can get an afro, but he can't be bald. Michael is the opposite of that. There are also facial hair options, tattooing, clothing. That's a big one. Masks, no, not the pandemic kind, although I think you can get them. But hey, look at me, I cosplay a Comic-Con kind. There are random events that occur, and these include things like, stop the thief who stole that girl's wallet! Then you can return the girl's wallet, or let's be honest, keep it for yourself. Also, things like seeing a cop chase a criminal, and then you can intervene by pew! Blowing the criminal's leg off, or shooting the cop. You can help the criminal escape as well. It's interesting that you can actually still, the cops will still try to stop you if you hurt the criminal. So that's why I like kill the cops, because fuck them. Also, people can just like hop in your car like these criminals and you're just like, hey, get out of my fucking car also. So all this leads gameplay to a 10 out of 10. Now finally, under online modes, allow me to explain the different modes we have as of the time of recording this video. So we got Deathmatch, which is basically Call of Duty, but it's fun. Team Deathmatch, refer to my previous statement. Racing, this has multiple variations including stunt racing, which is absolutely awesome. These can take place in bikes, cars, planes, boats, even BMXs. There's also Transformer races, which can mix the lot of them. Arena War. This is like Demolition Derby with actual demolition. Capture. Who gives a fuck? It's crap. Last Team Standing. That is a deathmatch without respawning. Don't play it, because I suck and you will kill me, and I'll be very sad. King of the Hill. Just another shoot things thing. Survival, which is a co-op type thing where your teammates are just a complete waste of fucking time and space. Missions. If you can't guess what that is, get tested. Versus, not the Tyler Josh kind, the battle kind. This has multiple types. Also, adversary modes, air quota, beast versus stalkers, bambushka, run, bunker, collection time, combat play, condemned, cross the line, dawn, raid, deadline, demon, diamond even, entourage. Every bullet counts. You get the bloody idea. I actually wrote down a lot more, like 50 more, but then I'm like, no thank you. Because I'm not going to read all that out, actually. I can't be arsed. So, yeah. Overdrive is my favourite. Parachuting cars at the target. My second favourite would have to be Sumo, where you could just kind of like push each other off. It's kind of like bumper cars, where you push each other off edges and stuff, and there's like a zone that gets smaller. I like that. There's also multiple properties to buy as there is online. These includes facilities, nightclubs, bunkers, etc. There's also heists, which are a good way to earn money. I'm not going to get too into everything because we don't have a year. But no, you can buy a car. and fly it to a yacht. Yeah, hence the thumbnail. All this gives online a 10 out of 10. Given GTA 5 my first ever. 30 out of 30. This game is 8 years old now, but at least at the time of this recording, it's still so great. And, well, I've got to be honest, it's the first word in the fucking name of the channel. So, what do I give this game value-wise? I would recommend you pay about £15. Now, this game is 8 years old, but there's still a lot of content that make it worth that money, I believe. Recently, my version broke, and I bought it for that same price, so I would definitely say it works. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't played this game, first of all, hello, welcome, this is Earth. I'm glad to see that you're finally above that rock that you were under. And please hit that subscribe button, like and turn on notifications.
You know you want to, baby.